Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering. We've got Jovan on Dredge, squaring off against Billy on Eldrazi Menace, a low-to-the-ground Eldrazi build. He's got Eye of Ugin into an Endless One, and now a Lotus Petal, along with Cephalid Colosseum. Faithless Looting gets the ball rolling here for Jovan. And it looks like a Stinkweed Imp going into the bin. And now a breakthrough, an explosive start. Stinkweed Imp, Golgari, Grave Troll getting in there as well, and this could be an extraordinary first turn for Jovan as he piles these creatures into the graveyard. He's looking for Bridge from Below's, Narcomoebas, Cabal Therapies. Oh, and it looks like he had multiple Narcomoebas in hand, not where you want that card to be. So nothing coming out of the graveyard this turn. Narcomoeba, probably the best card in the deck. Thought-Knot Seer coming down, completely whiffing, as Jovan has no cards left in hand. Icarid coming back. And he's going to be able to dredge 6. We will see potentially a stream of zombies start to pop out. Cabal Therapy targets Billy, and we get 2 zombies, and he's actually going to scoop it up there without revealing the information. It is pretty unlikely he would have been able to win through that, but he does preserve a little bit of information and plenty of time on the clock, as that was a heck of a first turn. Faithless Looting and a breakthrough with plenty of dredgers. That's how you draw it up. Only thing that would have been better would have been like maybe a Lion's Eye Diamond to be able to flash back Faithless Looting. That could have been really sweet. The ability to use the Cephalid Colosseum would have also been way over the top, but that was enough to pick up game 1. We'll see what Billy has for Graveyard Hate, as that is likely how he's going to want to interact here. As far as main deck options, he really doesn't have very much going on there. It is worth noting, I suppose, that Endless One can be played as a 0/0 to just die as a state-based effect. So that's a way that he can potentially get rid of Bridge from Below. And if he does run Walking Ballista, which I don't think I've seen in any of his other matches, Walking Ballista could also be another card which can get rid of those bridges, which are one of the most terrifying cards in Dredge, is that ability to just generate that massive card advantage. And depending on Jovan's build, maybe even Convoke for Hagak. That is a card that does sometimes see play in these Dredge builds. It's funny that was a card that was just too good for other formats, but he is right at home in Legacy. Just another super powerful printed card in the last few years. We've certainly seen some from the new standard sets and Modern Horizons where we're experiencing some power creep. They are pushing the limits. Companion, red and 6. But right now, I think Legacy's probably maybe at one of the best points it's ever been in. Just an incredible amount of diversity, and things are not even close to solved. I mean, I feel like there's probably a dozen or more decks that I could win a tournament with right now, with a huge amount of variety between them. I mean, Storm, Eurekatel, Cephalid Breakfast. I mean, certainly Delver strategies. Any of the mainstays that we see so much of, the Oko-based control decks. Dredge's got a few different builds. I mean, just Hagak in general. Even the Hagak deck is incredibly powerful. Now, Endless One and some Wastelands taking Jovan down a little bit, but a Firestorm clears out Billy's board presence, does some damage to him, and now Thorn of Amethyst is going to make this awkward. We'll see if Jovan has any additional mana. Endless One being played at 0. And now Icarid turning sideways. Eldrazi Mimic will block. Looks like a Ratchet Bomb showing up. No, Mishra's Factory. There we go. Like Ratchet Bomb, how could that get down? So we had a factory. And that does block and pump to take down a 2/2 zombie. And Billy's in decent shape now. Lion's Eye Diamond just being sacrificed. The mana not going to be useful. Can't flash back Faithless Looting thanks to this Thorn of Amethyst. It's funny, things like Thorn of Amethyst and Chalice of the Void, they're kind of complicated in their interaction with Dredge. Dredge is a deck that can literally beat you without ever casting a spell. So sometimes things like Thorn of Amethyst don't end up mattering very much. There are other times where it saves you from getting absolutely destroyed on the first or second turn. So it's a bit of a gambit. You kind of have to hope that the stuff you bring in lines up well against your opponent. And Yovan now starting to amass some zombies. Icarid's going to be able to come back each turn. Elvish Spirit Guide. Go ahead and give Yovan that first game. And is moving closer to just closing this one out in straight sets. As Icarid and the zombie can swing. Now the zombie won't create another token. He might just opt to swing with just the Icarid. Oh no, he's got a Hagak in the graveyard. Ooh. That is just gargantuan. Now Billy untapping his lands almost looked like he was scooping it up. That may not be far off. End step, Icarid going away. Why not? We get some extra zombie damage and a Matter Reshaper tossed down. You know, here is Billy with a Thorn of Amethyst and a Wasteland on board. The opponent has no mana, and he is still way behind, as Yovan can just be casting Hagak from the graveyard repeatedly if need be. Icarid, Narcomoeba, and Hagak coming in. That trample not going to get tested, so the Icarid's going to trade with it. Yovan's going to get a zombie token one last time. You can stack that either way for those unfamiliar with Dredge. There's going to be 2 triggers on Bridge from Below. 1 to exile the bridge, 1 to create the zombie token. So as the controller, you get to stack those, and you're going to stack it so you end up getting your zombie first, then exiling the bridge. And this board presence is simply too much as Yovan takes it down. You know, Billy had some play there. He did have an endless one to get rid of an early bridge. He had Thorn of Amethyst to try and stop anything too degenerate. But ultimately, Dredge, with that inevitability, getting there in 2 straight. That is all for this one. But don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.